BeCozi.net is here. Today I would like to introduce our new yarn, guys. This is a custom-made, really interesting new yarn. It's also Chenille yarn because our Chenille yarn is the most popular, but this one is 50% polyester and 50% acrylic. Our Chunky Chenille and our Jumbo Chenille are 100% polyester. This guy is only 50% polyester and 50% acrylic, but that gives this really velvety, beautiful look and feel to this new yarn. So we have oatmeal and ivory in big skeins. This is equivalent of 8 skeins together, small ones. And we also have small skeins. It's 8 ounces, the same as our Chunky Chenille or Jumbo Chenille yarn. And these guys are in ivory, yellow, charcoal gray, and mauve color. So today we will be using mauve color to make this beautiful cowl scarf. This scarf doesn't have beginning or end. It's made in one piece, and this is 1 skein of 8 ounces used. If you want it a little bit longer to go around your neck twice, you will start with 4 stitches. I started with 5. It's still possible to have it in 2 layers. It will be really tight though, so I will not be trying. But it's possible. You can make it really, really tight with if you use 5 stitches. And as I said, if you start with 4, it will be a little bit longer, and then you can easily roll it twice around your neck. So really nice and beautiful yarn, really nice and beautiful scarf. You can see it's really plushy and velvety looking. It looks and feels like rabbit. And this yarn is, of course, really, really nice on making blankets. So I will give you numbers for how many you will need to make blankets too in this video. But for this guy, you will need just 1 skein. And if you purchase our yarn, you should really purchase and try it on. We can get started and make this beautiful cowl scarf. Okay guys, so we will be using this beautiful mauve color, and I will show you how to knit a cowl scarf. Okay, so what we will need to do, there's a separate video I'm showing how to start knitting with this yarn, so I will show you here too what we will be doing. This yarn is really easy unraveling if there is no knot here. This one is actually, you can see that it's not really unraveling because there is a knot there. But if we cut it, just so you know. So see, then it just basically falling apart on the end. So don't get scared. It's all easily manageable. So here we are. We have this knot. I mean we have this end, and we can either make a few knots to keep it from unraveling. You can also use a lighter, guys, and just be careful, don't make fire in your house doing it. That's why I prefer just simple knots, not playing with the fire. But a lot of people are connecting regular Chenille yarn with lighter, so I will show you this one can be easily either connected or the ends can be burned. Okay, let's do it. Can I do it? Here you go. So you can burn the ends on the end, and that will keep it, here you go, that will keep it from unraveling. See, now it's all good, it's not unraveling. Okay, so what we will be making here, we will be making a cowl scarf. So place the yarn in front of you like that. This is the end, this is the working yarn. Working yarn goes on the top, making a loop like that. Then insert your hand, and then the working yarn goes through this loop, and then you're holding two strings together and pulling the loop. This is our first stitch, guys. So we can keep it about almost 2 inches like that, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe 1.5. And now we will cast on 5 stitches, guys, okay? So this is one first stitch. Now you're holding the tail with your left hand, and you're going inside the stitch with your 2 fingers, grab working yarn, pull it out. Try to make stitches of the same size, and now insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. We have 3, we have 4, and we have 5. So we have 5 stitches, and what we are doing now, we are turning it on another side, flipping it on another side, and now we will start knitting, and we will be knitting these little knots in the middle. Not the top part, not the bottom part of the stitch, but these knots in the middle. This is the first stitch already. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stitches. So this one is sitting here. We're lifting this middle part of the stitch with the left hand, then inserting right hand fingers and pulling yarn through. See, we lifted it, inserted our fingers, grab working yarn and pull it out. And we will do the same with all 5 stitches. And this way we will have this first row. I just love this yarn. Look how soft and fluffy it is. So now what we are doing next? We are knitting second row. We're inserting our fingers, grabbing working yarn and pull it out. Insert your fingers, grab working yarn and pull it out like this. So all 5 stitches, guys, like this. So now what we will be doing next, we will be knitting all these 5 stitches again. The only difference that we will not be knitting our first stitch. It will be sitting here. The yarn goes on the back. Yarn always laying in the direction where we will be knitting. So we're going left, yarn is going left. So now insert your fingers, grab working yarn, pull it out. Do the same with the second, third, and fourth. So we have 4 stitches here and 1 sitting here. We have 5. The same from the left to the right. Place the yarn here and skip the stitch. You don't need to do anything, just sit in there, and you're going in the second stitch with your fingers, grab working yarn, pull it out. I'm doing this way because this way you will have a beautiful chain on both ends, and ends will not be curling, okay? So here, see, this is the beautiful chain here, the same on the bottom. And now we will keep knitting the same way, guys, until we are done with the whole skein of this beautiful, soft Chenille, our new Chenille yarn, okay? So I will be back when I'm done, and I will show you what to do next. Okay, guys, so see, we are ready. Look at this beautiful soft scarf. It looks like a rabbit or chinchilla or something like that. Really, really smooth and soft. So you see, this is where we are. We ended. We almost used all of our yarn. We're not casting off, and I will show you why. Because we will be connecting these 2 parts in a kind of not really visible way. It's really nice and cool. So what we'll need to do, we'll need to unwind this beginning of our scarf. So what you're doing, you're taking stitch out, and then you're taking this stitches, unraveling the stitches one by one. Let's put it this way. Here you go. It will be easy to see. So just unravel one by one, and we will have all the stitches to connect two sides. Okay guys, so we unraveled this part. See, we now have the same basically part or end as the other one. We have 5 stitches. We have a long tail here, so let's knit additional row like that. See, we're knitting the end of our scarf, and now we have 2 not finished parts. So we're taking this tail and we're inserting it in a stitch across from this side like that. Now the tail goes inside this stitch. Take the tail and go inside the same stitch here. We connected our first stitch. Now this tail goes inside this stitch from left to the right, like that, and now it goes inside this stitch here from the top. Here we are. Now this stitch goes again inside this stitch on this side. It was on this side, now it's on this one, from inside out. And now we're going with this tail inside previous stitch on this side. So we will be doing it this way until we connect all the stitches. So we're going now in this stitch from inside out, and then going back in this stitch. Now we're taking our tail and using this stitch again from the inside out, and go back to the same stitch on the other side. See, we're connecting it and there is no real connection. Isn't it amazing? Now next stitch from inside out and going back in this stitch. Now inside this stitch, going back to the previous stitch. This is the way connection I saw on a video of Your Company. You can check that out, the YouTube. So, and now we're going inside the last stitch here, and then we can go inside next stitch. Now we have these 2 sides over here, so we are making a knot and connecting our scarf. So now we have these 2 little tails, and you can cut them shorter and then make knots on the end like I showed you at the beginning. This way it will be holding, not unraveling, or you can just tuck in the stitches underneath all the stitches like that. The yarn is really fluffy, so you cannot really see where it is like that. See? So here is our scarf, guys. See, it doesn't have the end or beginning, it's just one really nice whole scarf. So if you start with 4 stitches, it will be a little bit thinner, and then you can actually roll it twice around your neck easier. So, but this is a very nice scarf. So as I said, we have 5 colors available. This is mauve, this is gray, this is yellow, ivory, and we also have beautiful oatmeal available. So 5 colors, guys. You can find them at BeCozi.net. This is a new yarn. Check it out. Stay home and be cozy.